Kanye West used to be the unstoppable force at the center of hip-hop, shaping sounds and setting trends for an entire generation. But lately, he's been taking aim at someone he once admired, Kendrick Lamar. And the tipping point? Playboy Carti's newest album, featuring multiple Kendrick cameos that immediately skyrocketed fan interest. Why would this simple collaboration spark so much hostility from Kanye? And could this be the beginning of a full-blown feud that changes the rap game forever? Not too long ago, everything Kanye touched felt revolutionary. Albums like Graduation and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy reshaped the boundaries of hip-hop and turned him into a global icon. But in recent years, controversies have overshadowed his music. Instead of being the industry's shining star, he's become the poster child for jarring social media rants and unpredictable alliances. These missteps aren't just a public spectacle, they've also made Kanye look unreliable to collaborators who once lined up at his studio door. Artists like Travis Scott and Tyler, the Creator, once proud to tout Kanye's mentoring, now keep a measured distance. Yet, for all his setbacks, Kanye has never fully stepped back. He still wants to be the person everyone looks up to, even if those days are slipping through his fingers. Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar has grown into the go-to figure for rap excellence. His albums, loaded with masterful storytelling, social commentary, and raw emotion, have catapulted him to a pinnacle that few achieve. He's earned massive respect from hip-hop legends and newcomers alike, and his quiet confidence sets him apart in a genre often dominated by loud personalities. Rumors claim he had a hand in overshadowing Drake's hold on the throne. Whether that's an exaggeration or not, there's no denying Kendrick's influence. Fans and critics see him as an ever-evolving artist who stands on equal ground with the biggest names in rap history. He isn't interested in petty confrontations. He's busy perfecting his art, which makes him even harder to bring down. And perhaps that's precisely what unsettles Kanye. All of this might have stayed in the realm of speculation if not for Playboy Carti's new project. For a while, Carti was known to look up to Kanye. Their joint work on Whole Lotta Red showcased Kanye's executive production skills, and many assumed Carti would keep seeking his guidance. But the surprise was massive. Kendrick Lamar not only appeared once, but 3 times, weaving his voice throughout Carti's album. Whispers grew that Kendrick offered creative direction, shaping the project's structure and vibe. True or not, there's no doubt Kendrick left a significant imprint. And for Kanye, already feeling his influence wane, this had to sting. Imagine mentoring someone, only for them to sidestep you in favor of the person who quietly dethroned you. It's a recipe for resentment, and Kanye wasted no time making that known. Soon after the album's release, Kanye took to social media with pointed remarks. He insisted Kendrick's music was overrated and that Carti made a huge mistake including him at all. Instead of celebrating his own production credit on one track, Kanye unleashed a wave of bitterness, suggesting Kendrick's involvement had overshadowed the true essence of Carti's work. Fans were stunned to see Kanye openly dismiss a song he actually helped create, especially when that very track is already being praised as one of the album's highlights. It was a glaring sign of how deep his frustration runs. People accused him of jealousy, and the evidence wasn't hard to find. An artist who once thrived on collaboration was now tearing down someone else's success simply because it eclipsed his own. Within hours, reactions poured in from every corner. Observers noted how even longtime supporters of Kanye have grown tired of these outbursts. Some questioned why Kanye, having once praised Kendrick as an innovator, was suddenly dismissing him as a second-rate rapper. Others took a harsher stance, calling it a desperate move by someone who fears total irrelevance. Meanwhile, those in Kendrick's camp, like TDE's Punch, posted cryptic messages hinting that the label stands firmly with their star. Though no direct shots were fired back, the subtext was unmistakable. The industry is leaning toward Kendrick, and Kanye is increasingly isolating himself with each attack. Artists who previously counted themselves as Kanye's protégés, like Travis Scott and Tyler, the Creator, didn't publicly endorse him this time around. Their silence spoke volumes. To maintain their own brands, they can't afford to get dragged into these controversies, especially when public sentiment leans heavily in Kendrick's favor. And Kendrick himself? He's chosen the path of near-total silence. He hasn't taunted Kanye, nor has he posted anything to fuel the feud. True to form, he's letting his music stand on its own. But this non-response might be what infuriates Kanye the most. If there's one thing we've seen repeatedly, it's that ignoring your critics often makes them shout louder. Still, fans suspect Kendrick might slip a line or two into a future track. a subtle reference that only the keenest ears will catch. The possibility of a low-key retaliation stirs excitement. After all, Kendrick has delivered some of the most memorable subliminal disses in rap history. For now, though, he appears unbothered, focusing on new projects rather than sparring on social media. Underneath all this drama lies a deeper narrative: Kanye's longing to remain at the top, clashing with Kendrick's steady ascent. In Kanye's eyes, he's the one who set the standard that younger artists are building on. Seeing them flourish, especially Kendrick, without acknowledging his influence might feel like a betrayal. But the truth is, greatness evolves, generations move on, and new leaders emerge. Kendrick's style, his willingness to experiment, and his refusal to engage in petty fights reflect a mindset that resonates with many in the current era. Meanwhile, Kanye's continued reliance on grand gestures and public rants only amplifies the idea that he's unwilling to adapt. This has become more than just a personal beef. It's a clash between two visions of what hip-hop should look like, where it's heading, and who should guide it. The unspoken question: can Kanye reinvent himself again? Or is he stuck in old patterns that will only push him further from the spotlight? As more artists choose to collaborate with Kendrick, it's getting harder to imagine Kanye reversing the tide. So, here we are at a crossroads, with Kanye West, the architect of so many hip-hop innovations, taking aim at Kendrick Lamar, the quiet powerhouse who never asked to be anyone's enemy. Playboy Carti's album may have been the spark, but the tension was always there, simmering beneath the surface. Now that it's spilled over, fans can't help but wonder, will Kanye channel this frustration into a creative comeback, or will he keep lashing out at those who've captured what he once had? Kendrick shows no signs of slowing down. With every verse, he cements his place at the summit of rap, leaving Kanye's disapproval as little more than background noise. The industry seems to have shifted around them too. Many once in Kanye's corner are quietly stepping away, acknowledging that Kendrick is the face of hip-hop's present and future. Still, nothing is guaranteed in a genre that thrives on reinvention. If Kanye finds a fresh spark, he might yet claw his way back into the conversation. But for now, the momentum belongs to Kendrick, the man Kanye believes stole his shine. Whether that's true or not, it's clear their rivalry will shape the next chapter of hip-hop. Viewers, hold on tight, this battle is far from over, and no one can say for sure who'll stand victorious when the dust settles. Before you head out, let's settle one last question. Where do you stand on this showdown? Is Kanye making valid points, or has Kendrick simply risen beyond reach? Share your thoughts in the comments and keep the conversation going. If you're hungry for more breakdowns and behind-the-scenes scoops on hip-hop's biggest rivalries, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We'll be right here, unpacking every twist and turn as they unfold. After all, in a world as unpredictable as rap, everything can change in the blink of an eye. Stay tuned, stay curious, and thanks for watching.